Imagine being born into a life of wealth and privilege, with everything you could ever want handed to you. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, for one man, it was a prison he was desperate to escape. This is the incredible true story of Adrian Carton de Wiart, the soldier who simply refused to die. Born in Brussels in 1880, Carton de Wiart was supposed to become a lawyer. He was sent to Oxford University, but he found lectures and rules incredibly boring. So when war broke out in South Africa in 1899, he saw his chance. Without telling anyone, he lied about his age, dropped out of university, and joined the British Army under a fake name. This was the Second Boer War, a brutal and chaotic conflict. While most would be terrified, Carton de Wiart felt right at home. He loved it. He was wounded in the fighting, but instead of packing it in, he just signed up for more. War, it turned out, was his calling. Fast forward to 1914, the start of World War I. Carton de Wiart was immediately sent to the front lines. This was a new kind of hell: trenches, constant artillery, and machine guns that could cut a man down in an instant. In 1915, during a fierce battle, he was shot directly in the face. The bullet destroyed his left eye. Any normal person would be sent home, their war over. But Carton de Wiart just put on an eye patch and went straight back to the fight. Over the next 3 years, he collected injuries like they were souvenirs. He was shot in the stomach, shot in the leg, shot in the ankle, and hit with so much shrapnel it's a miracle he could stand. At one point, his hand was shattered by an explosion. When doctors hesitated to amputate 2 mangled fingers, he got impatient. He wanted to get back to his men, so he bit his own fingers off. During the infamous Battle of the Somme in 1916, he led his men from the front, charging through heavy fire. Even after getting wounded again, he refused to leave the battlefield. For his incredible bravery, he was awarded the Victoria Cross, Britain's highest medal for valor. By the end of the war, he had been officially wounded at least 11 times. His own summary of the experience was simple: "Frankly, I enjoyed the war. You'd think, after all that, he'd want a quiet life. Not a chance." When World War II kicked off in 1939, he was nearly 60 years old, and he volunteered for service again. On a mission, his plane was shot down and crashed into the Mediterranean Sea. He survived, of course, swam to shore, and was immediately captured by Italian forces. Now a prisoner of war, did he finally give up? Absolutely not. He spent his time digging escape tunnels and planning breakouts. He was caught multiple times, but he never stopped trying. Finally, in 1943, he succeeded. At 63 years old, with one eye, missing fingers, and a body riddled with old war wounds, he escaped captivity and walked for over 100 kilometers until he reached Allied lines. After the Second War finally ended, Carton de Wiart retired to a quiet life in Ireland. He wrote a book about his life, fittingly titled Happy Odyssey. He passed away peacefully in 1963 at the age of 83, not from bullets or bombs, but from natural causes. The story of Adrian Carton de Wiart isn't about being invincible. He was wounded constantly. What made him legendary was his mindset. He never chose to stop, never chose to give in. He didn't survive because war spared him. He survived because he refused to let it defeat him. If you found this story as incredible as I did, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing tales from history. Thanks for watching.